Okay, thank you for stopping in at Nine World Chronicles as we're going to talk about some more ancient relics, things that were implements of the gods, what they used in their control of the universe. As always, I'm going to ask if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe. It's definitely a bonus to help me grow on the channel. Now, this particular crown carries a lot of mythology and lore, although it's not written about in a lot of inscriptions on its own, but it's mentioned in several other texts and associated with a very kind of elite group of netters and kings that would wear this. Now, this is called the Hemhem crown and was also known as the triple crown. Now, the name Hemhem translates to meaning cry or shout, and thus the meaning of the name has translated to war cry. And you can see that it is made up of three separate crowns in one, but carries some very important symbolism. The first you'll see at the bottom here are the ram horns. And ram horns carry a particular attachment with strength, but also virility during that period of time as its symbol. And we'll talk a little bit more about what this means. You also can see on the side you have the two uraeus, or the cobras. Now, of course, this symbolism was linked heavily to the concept of your kundalini, your third eye, and divine sight or divine knowledge. So this was access to divine knowledge with the double uraeus, obviously a very important symbol. Also, you see it represents the solar disk, three of the solar disks together. So you don't often see that many. So this is packed with lots of power symbols. Now, this is an insignia that really became popular under the rule of Akhenaten around the 14th century. And it wasn't necessarily worn by too many deities. It was shown initially through the way that I discovered it was by doing some research on Apedemak, who is a deity who was associated with the ancient Meroitic dynasty. And it was shown as a symbolism for his embodiment of that culture. Now, this symbol was worn scarcely by Heka, who is of course associated with magic or the implementation of magic, but also Isis or Aset, who is the queen of magic, and Osiris. They appear to wear this, and there were some rulers during the Ptolemaic period who wore crowns that were very similar. In fact, Tutankhamun is depicted with a Hemhem crown on the inlay of a throne found in his tomb. Now, this symbolism was important because it was channeling massive amounts of power. And the mythology part of this tells us that this was a crown that was used to increase the power, both mental capacity, but particularly magic of those who wore this crown. That this symbolism was allowing one to access both the power of the solar disk, but also the virility of the ram, and thus the hindsight or insight found through the kundalini, through the access through these uraeus. So this is a very important symbol that you don't see very often. In terms of relic, it shows massive power, having been worn presumably by Heka and Aset to increase their magical ability. Something for these goddesses of great power would have been a very helpful implement. If you have more to add to this piece, please do so in the comment section. But as always, I ask that you hit that like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll be in the loop when new videos drop.